Let me tell you why the Epsteins are out there. These people that go out there and do grotesque things, the people that go out there and living these double lives that are in suits and ties, and yet we're the ones that have to sit there and be subjected to their ideologies and to their thought processes and stuff. And then we sitting there are having to be stuck with trying to figure out who they are. And in reality, these are people that are completely inflamed with lust. And the word of God is so clear as to why that is. The reason why they're inflamed with lust is because they've been given over to it. It says it right here in Romans chapter 1, verses 24. It says, therefore God gave them over in the sinful desires of their hearts to sexual impurity, for the degrading of their bodies and with one another. And then it goes on to say in verse 26, it says, because of this, God gave them over to shameful lusts. Even their women exchanged natural sexual relations for unnatural ones. And in the same way, men also abandoned natural relations with women and were inflamed with lust for one another. Men committed shameful acts with other men and received in themselves the due penalty for their error. Furthermore, just as they did not think it worthwhile to retain the knowledge of God, so God gave them over to a depraved mind, so that they do what ought not to be done. They have become filled with every kind of wickedness, evil, greed, and depravity. They are full of envy, murder, strife, deceit, and malice. They are gossips, slanderers, God-haters, insolent, arrogant, and boastful. They invent ways of doing evil. They disobey their parents. They have no understanding, no fidelity, no love, no mercy. Although they know God's righteous decree that those who do such things deserve death, they not only continue to do these very things, but also approve of those who practice them. So that's why they encourage each other to do these things. These people are completely being manipulated and used by Satan himself. So let us not be given over to the gossip of it. Let us just call a spade a spade. We understand that we live in a wicked world with perverse people, and unfortunately these perverse people are sitting at the top of life, you know, with government and the seats of parliament, the seats of CEOs and all these different people. But just because they hold a title does not necessarily mean that they're people that we should model after. I know that this is a long video, but in reality, we need to know where these things come from, and we need to not continue to keep giving over as to like, wow, I can't believe such a thing, or you know, not giving over to the why, but also being given over to exactly where these things are coming from. And so when we are prepared exactly from where these things are coming from, we need to be careful that we don't fall into that same predicament, and need to be crying out to God each and every day saying, Lord, please don't give me over to depravity, because we see where it ends up. It ends in total destruction. And so we need to be very careful of the way that we live our lives, but also not be surprised by the way that people are living their life, because we know that at the end and at the root of it is Satan himself. But greater is God who is in us than he that is in the world. I hope you guys are blessed, and like and share this with somebody so that they can be more informed as to what's going on in this world as well. God bless you.